Yeah, 63% of households bought at least one chocolate egg, which does beg a question about what the other 37% were doing. And about half of the population had a hot cross bun, which all helped supermarket sales. But actually, prices in supermarkets, food prices, certainly still lower than they were last year. So we've got figures out this morning about supermarket sales. Aldi and Lidl continue to go gangbusters. They are growing. So is Cooperative. Very impressive sales increase by them, 3.9%. Sainsbury's up a bit. On the flip side, Morrison's and Asda both losing sales, although certainly in the case of Morrison's, they say, well, they've closed some supermarkets. So, of course, sales are down a bit. Kate Hardcastle, founder of the retail analyst Insights with Passion. Morning, Kate.
Hi, morning, Adam.
What do you make of these figures? Who's doing well?
I think it's really interesting because this is just a 12-week period with an early Easter in it, which gave a £152 million boost to everything. So it's all looking a bit sunny at the moment, even if it doesn't outside. But when you start to dig into the detail, you really do see what's happening on the medium to longer term for our supermarkets. I think the general public are hearing some really confusing things at the moment with trials of Decathlon in Asda and, the Asda, the Argos and Sainsbury's story ongoing. What is the future of my supermarket going to look like? And again, interestingly, after Aldi and Lidl have come into the space and sort of won over our hearts and the snobbery value has gone out of discount, they're making some interesting inroads. They're starting to push up with, more premium offer. There's even talk of Lidl getting toilets and customer service desks and more improved wine areas. But a really interesting figure in all of this, a 6.6% increase on premium labels across the board, which means that we do still like life's little luxuries, but we're wanting to buy them in the most economical way possible.
Yeah, because actually, as you were indicating there, Kate, the cost of food is coming down, isn't it? But actually, we are spending more in supermarkets. So we're going for those higher priced brands in some cases.
Absolutely. I mean, we do like own brand. I know there's been the recent Tesco scandal about them just inventing farm names for the general public, but we don't mind own brand if it's got a bit of luxury to it. But what's really interesting for me is what's that future going to look like? People are moving away from those really large hypermarket type stores because they take too long. They're too long to navigate. And with online shopping, we don't always need that for our big shops. The success I think that we've seen in Co-op in this 12 weeks is definitely down to the fact they were open Easter Sunday. The convenience message is there, little and often. And also they actually sponsor the NHS Students Card as well, which I think sometimes gets hidden amongst it, but they've got a great student base. But for me, it's, definitely that kind of middle ground type of store now. It's not just the smallest. It's something that's going to be a quicker shop, but maybe a more weekly shop and based on a premium offer at discount prices.
And Tesco's still by far the biggest supermarket. It's been in decline for a while, but it's stemming that loss, isn't it? It's almost back to sort of flatlining.
So I would imagine within a few months, absolutely, you're going to start seeing the grassroots there again. But what Tesco really need to understand is they've done a lot of damage to their brand with the consumer. Consumers are more fickle than ever now, and Tesco are really going to have to win some hearts back now. So they're going to have to start playing very fairly in what they do. And this recent farm brand exercise wasn't a great inroad into that. So, be careful with consumers. They are more savvy than ever.
Indeed. Kate, many thanks to you. That
Thanks
is
a lot.
Kate Hardcastle there from Insights with Passion.